Hello, and welcome to Greet the Week. I'm Mona Duncan, and I present a little dialogue every Monday and looking at the fact of how that we live in the now. This is the only time that we have at our disposal, and it is being happy and being thankful and learning to get along with others. So today's topic is entitled Perfection versus Excellence. And let me bring up the screen to full capacity so you can see as I talk. So, perfection versus excellence. Have you ever tried to do something perfectly and it worked out beautifully, and maybe try another time and it didn't work out quite so well? So, kind of looking at the difference in being perfect and going for excellence. I have a quote here from Richard DeVos. He says, life tends to respond to our outlook, to shape itself to meet our expectations. And sometimes meeting that expectation of being perfect is a little overstressing. So once perfection has been reached, then the remainder is in decline, because once it's there at that pinnacle, then the next step is for it to get dusty or to begin to lose the flavor or whatever. Whereas when we go for excellence, it's always up to the fun, the adventure, and the mystery of life. So here is a part of a graph written by or developed by Dr. William Glasser of reality therapy and choice theory. And it's just to show his definition of looking at what's going on in this world and how we get in touch with what's going on through our senses, and that we have a knowledge filter that we pass things through. Do I know about this? Did I like this? Do I want to continue with this? But then also, he put here that we take our thoughts and feelings through a valuing filter before we really begin to engage them. And as you can see, some of the things then become yellow, which indicates being pleasant, um, red, which indicates, uh-oh, kind of made a mistake here. And the green represents just que sera, the things that go on naturally. So I put this little thing over here on the side too. So looking at values, an intangible and a tangible world, we value is something that is internal, it is something that is individual, but there's a lot of things that seem to be duplicates that turn out to not be the real thing. Anyway, so just some thoughts here from on what value is all about. It's about being whole. It's about finding joy in what you are doing. Value is about an art. It's finding solutions to unidentified issues. It is doing the right thing, even if it means that we need to do a rerun or go back and start over or do it again and again. It is relating to life, relating to people, relating to nature, relating to the mysteries of the universe. Finding value is having an attitude that has substance. It delivers, value delivers, it honors its value. It's trustworthy, it's educational, it is due for respect. And that last little thing that flew in is that value is fluid, in that we can, well, it just flows naturally. So, what about perfection? Well, let's just end from the Merriam Webster dictionary. They gave three definitions of what perfection is, and I liked all three of them. It is a quality or state of being perfect. It is freedom from fault or defect. Ah, wouldn't that be nice? But there's a lot of times there needs to be things that are corrected. And then it says it is the quality or the state of being saintly. But there's other things that I have added to it. That perfection, all too often, for myself personally, as well as others that I have worked with, and initially for myself, is that perfection is kind of that searching for self acceptance and approval. Perfection has a tendency in the long run to push away relating, that maybe in the perfection we have offended someone else. When perfect, it has reached the full state of growth, and then the decline is what ensues. It's stressful, maintaining or losing, and it can be striving for excellence. And what is the outcropping of perfection? Is it always perfect? Is it always there? Is it always that saintly feeling? Or is it maybe that what I do hinges on who I am? Or maybe that it's that need, well, I wasn't right. I needed to be right. It didn't turn out so perfect. The unwillingness to take additional risk because, well, if I don't know what I'm doing, then why try? It has a tendency to be rigid, frustrating, and stressful. To try to control not only ourselves or what we're trying to do, but maybe even control others. To have harsh judgments of your abilities, of others' abilities. To work and to struggle, have fatigue. And then it's always that if I fail, if I fail, if I fail. Well, I have a poem that I wrote back in 1986, and it's called If, I-F, If. If is a word all to itself in the middle of life, L-I-F-E. If is a word in the middle of life that can burden the soul and cause much strife. When thinking back on your yesterdays causes your mind to become ablaze, wondering what if and if only I'd, and from the outcome you want to hide. For hindsight is better than foresight, they say, and many a folk comes to rue the day. But, but, in light of the information as you understood, you made a decision that you thought was good. So forgive yourself and get off the shelf. Realizing that we all make mistakes and that perfection does not mean, or the aiming for it or the missing of it does not mean that you are not a person of infinite worth and value. So, what about excellence? To me, going for perfection is stressing. Going for excellence is also can have a tab of stress to it, but it's trying to do the very best that you can do. If Merriam-Webster says it only had one definition of excellence, and that is it's very good of its kind and it's first class. Well, I see excellence as having a spirit, just a presence of doing the best you can while learning and growing. That presenting quality and merit, that everything we do is going to have meaning behind it. Allowing trial and error, sometimes over and over as much as we need it, to back up and see what needs to be done. Doesn't mean that it wasn't effective initially, but maybe be more effective. The freedom to inquire and to be creative of what else can I add? What can I take away? To try, maybe to fail, but always to try again, to play and to have some fun, to enjoy, to relax, enjoy, appreciate yourself and appreciate the input of others. And the thing of it is that the missing quality is when you are absent, that we need each other. So some more on values that go hand in hand with creating value is that value is living the golden rule. And some have the golden rule as treating others the way you would like to be treated. Some have the golden rule as treating others the way they want to be treated. And but it's being kind and thoughtful. Value determines worth. You know, everything has a cost, whether the cost is time or money, or whether the cost is a commitment. And so, what we value determines whether we have the worth of something or whether it's not worthy of using our time or our funds or our commitment. Value is genuine and authentic, to be true to yourself. Value is competition, and good competition shows our capabilities and what we are capable of. John Wooten, the basketball coach at UCLA before retirement, said, "Not better than anyone else, but being the best you can be." And value is something that we all seek. It may be difficult to define value, but whenever we see it, whenever we acknowledge it, whenever it is in the presence of it, it becomes genuine. And even though so here's a little poem or a little saying from Joan Gorsinsko that I wanted to share with you. May I be at peace. May my heart remain open. May I awaken to the light of my own true nature. May I be healed. May I be a source of healing for all beings. May you be at peace. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your true nature. May you be healed. May you be a source of healing for all beings. And may there be peace on earth. May the hearts of all people be open to themselves and to each other. May all people awaken to the light of their own true nature. May all creation be blessed and be a blessing to all that is. So think you can do it? Well, I think you can. Thank you for being here, and many blessings.